Am I audible? Give me some few minutes. Okay. So can you see my screen? So welcome to the July 2025 Preseen analysis. Now, so the first thing I would want to talk about is what is Destiny Group? So the case is about Destiny Group. What is the Destiny Group? Let's look at the big picture. So just just imagine the company that doesn't do one thing. We already know about conglomerate, right? The conglomerate structure. Now, but there's a whole bunch of things related to moving stuff from one place to the other. And that's what the Destiny Group case is about. So what is the quick facts we can see from the case? What are the quick facts? I don't want us to read the entire case itself. Now, it's a Ghanaian company, which is owned by Ghanaians and started in Ghana. The reason why I'm doing this is so that people actually go and read. Okay, those who go and read the case, at least you get more insight, right? Their head office is in Kumasi. They started in 1999 as a small freight forwarding company. Are you getting it? And now they operate in Ghana, Egypt, and Morocco, meaning that they operate internationally. True or false? Do you get the whole idea? Do you get the whole idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now they've grown into things like security services, port handling, real estate, construction, farming, and even salt production. And anytime you start seeing different services in an ICA case, you start thinking about what? Portfolio models, either product life cycle. You start thinking about what? BCG. You start thinking about things like Shell Directional Policy Matrix, GE Matrix. All right. So far as there are different services or different products or different businesses, you start thinking about portfolio model, average, and all those things, right? Because so far as you go into different kinds of businesses, that is diversification, and you need to manage all these products, services, businesses as a corporate parent. Does it make sense? So you see how
Yes.
you target particular questions. You look at, okay, this is what is happening. These are all different business segments of the business, right? Like they are divisions or business segments or simply strategic business units. So they need to be managed. So what kind of parenting style are we using to manage them? Are we going strategic control? Are we going financial control? Are you getting it? Or we are going strategic planning? Okay. How is the parent adding or destroying value? Don't worry, we'll get there, but you get the whole idea. Now,
Yeah.
let's notice the journey. Now, they started doing one small thing, which was the freight forwarding, and over 25 years, they grew into a conglomerate. 25 years. Now, doing this for 25 years, somebody will say that this is what? Something somebody cannot replicate, right? So, does it become a strength? Yes, because 25 years is not small matter. Do you understand? It is a
Yes.
competence which is core. It means people cannot easily copy this. So remember this. Now they now grew into what? A conglomerate, a company made up of different businesses. Now this is a classic business growth pattern. Start narrow, prove you are good, then expand into related areas. Now, if you look at it carefully, everything they were doing was still close and related, right? At the start, then it started dwindling. So they started with related diversification. So diversification is simply what? Selling the same products and services in different markets. Different products and services in different markets. Okay, that's diversification. And you can have diversification which is similar. Okay, so you have gone into what? A different market, but around what you were already doing. That is related, or what we call concentric diversification. Then we have unrelated ones, which is what we call conglomerate diversification. So we could see some things which were related and some which were what? Unrelated. So the next thing I want to talk about is what? What? Their big dreams, their vision and mission. So the vision is the big dream, the future mental picture of yourself, where you want to see yourself, right? Now, their vision was to be the best in Africa in intra African trade. I get it. And when we talk about intra-African trade, we mean trade happening between African countries, not just Africa selling to Europe or what? America. Are we okay? Now, let's look at their mission. How they plan to make that dream real day to day. Their mission is to connect Ghana to the world through shipping, freight forwarding, customs clearance, and port handling, and do it reliably. So I told you some time back, if you've been with me, that anytime you see a mission, when you are going through the case, you have to ask yourself, okay, so this is the company's mission. Are they drifting away from the mission? Whatever they are doing, is it in line with their mission? And when you look at the SFA framework, this also goes with what? Between suitability, feasibility, acceptability, which one are we talking about?
Suitability.
Suitability. That's the first thing you have to talk about, right? Now, why does this matter for the exam? Why does this matter for the case study exam? Now, the examiners love asking, does X strategy fit with company's vision or mission? So you always have to check. Does a new idea actually help them become the best in Africa? Are you getting it? And in the intra-Africa trade, if not, it might be a bad strategic move, even if it looks profitable. You get where I was talking about. This is the suitability I was talking about. So if the strategy does not fit, then don't pursue, right? And I told you most of the time, if ICA wants to examine the SFA, it is going to start asking you for what? You remember? Score. Do you remember? So some strategies are going to have some particular score. Do you remember? Do you
Yes.
remember? Suitability will have a score. Feasibility will have a score. Acceptability will have a score, right? Then you talk about them. So the three main parts of the business. So let's think of Destiny Group like a tree with one trunk, the group, and three big branches. So branch one is the Destiny Shipping Company. All right. Now they move goods by land, sea, and air, and this is the original business. Then we have branch two, that is Destiny Aviation. And this one, they fly cargo and even private jets by air. So the special achievement that they have, which you can say this is one of their strengths, is that they were the first freight forwarding company in Ghana to actually get an air carrier license. And this is a first mover advantage. When you're writing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat, you can say this is a first mover advantage because they were the first to actually get what? The air carrier license, right? For chartered cargo flights. And they also got a license to run a private jet section at Kotoka International Airport in 2019. Do you understand? Do you understand? So when we say a chartered cargo flight, what do we mean? So imagine that instead of booking a seat on a normal flight, you rent out an entire plane just to carry your good. That's what we call a chartered cargo flight. Does it make sense? So
Yes,
that's
it
what
does.
we call chartering. So it's expensive but useful when you need something moved fast and in bulk. Are we getting the whole idea? I hope this
Yes,
is helping.
it-
I'm going class 1 level, eh?
yes.
Is it helping everyone? Is it helping
Yes,
everyone?
it's
It's
helping.
helping me.
Good. Now, let's go to the third branch. So far, let me ask you just a quick recap. How many divisions have we seen so far? How many branches have we seen how many legs of the business have we seen so far?
Three.
Great.
Okay. What are they?
The Destiny Shipping Company, Destiny Aviation, Destiny Logistics.
Logistics.
Okay. So what was peculiar about either of them? There was something peculiar we saw
It's
about. Mhm.
freight handling.
Okay. And we saw that they were the first.
The first freight forwarding company in Ghana, or first movers.
Yeah. So the first mover advantage. So these things, when I say make sure you write them what down. Are we okay? So we have the branch 3, which is Destiny Logistics, and they handle warehousing, that is storing goods, cargo handling, moving services, courier delivery, and heavy transport, right? And all these things are what we call break bulk services, and also some of them are vertical integrations. We'll come there, but we'll come in. Some of them meaning that they build into each other. Do you understand? Because you store goods, you handle cargo, you move services, you do delivery and heavy transport. So you see they build their complementary services. Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Who can tell me the flow? Who can tell me the flow? How it will work for you to get your goods directly from the port to your house? It means that this whole thing handles everything. Have you noticed? Have you
Yes.
noticed? Because the thing will come, they'll warehouse it, they'll handle the cargo, they'll move it, a courier will bring it to you. If it's far away, they'll do heavy transport. You see, so they build it to each other. So this is more of what a forward integration. Do you understand? So it's like the whole thing is centered around diversification. Can we go? So there's a bonus, the part of that project. Let's see what that was about. So Destiny Group partnered with GAPOA, Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, the government body that runs what? Ghana Ports, to build the Electrocom terminal. So there's a project. Anytime you see a project, start smiling because investment appraisal is imminent. Do you understand? And by all means, they are going to use some machines. True or false? True or
True.
false? Those machines, they can lease them or they can buy them.
But
So lease or buy. You get it? Okay. The same way, these machines, they may go for a loan from the bank if they have to go for it. So what would they do? They have to prepare a cash flow forecast or a cash budget. You see how the thing built into it? That's how we go about these things. So already you anticipate the kind of models that they are going to ask you as you go through the case. So anytime you see a project, then you know that start thinking MPV, start thinking investment appraisal, start thinking cash budget or cash flow forecast, start thinking what? Lease or buy, right? Good. Now, this is a bonus project we have seen at the port of Ada on the Volta River. This will make it easier and cheaper to export salt and create jobs in the Ada area. Inside.
Prof, please, can I
Yes,
ask
please.
something?
Yes, you can.
I thought because they partnered with them, that means they've already built it. Just a trim. Or that's not
Yes,
what it
but some
means.
things will need replacement. Won't some things need replacement?
Okay.
So please don't think that because it's gone, it's gone. No, definitely. If we partner to build it, that is something we have built, right? But still, they may tell you that for the part of that project, maybe some machines have become what need maintenance
Absolutely.
and this, and they are planning to either lease or buy. Anything is possible. So that's what I'm telling you. That in a case, it's a virtual world. So you
Okay.
to create virtual scenarios. Do you get it? So as you are
Mhm.
doing it, now yes, scenario planning inside. That's how
But
come
Prof,
there's no question that can beat you. Your mind must never be static. Do you understand?
Prof, please wait. I want to ask something, okay? I beg you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
see, with the
feel free. We
with the
didn't check.
vertical integration, under the core business and services,
Mm-hmm.
we said it is, but I was looking at it from the angle that since there are other companies that are also doing this, we handling a larger part of it, it's kind of, let's say, a horizontal integration, or it doesn't fit in there.
Yes. Some parts of it. Some parts of it are still horizontal integration because it is expanding horizontally. But let me explain. Horizontal integration goes more into merging with another. Do you
Okay.
understand? Mhm.
Mhm.
So let's say I have another port company and I merge with it. It's more of horizontal merger because we are doing the same thing and we merged. That's why it's horizontal. But what they are doing was not the same exact service, but it was what? A complementary one, or going either to the resource base or down to the distribution base. Did you see that? So that's more
Yes.
forward and backward, but not horizontal.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, this is a private, a public-private partnership, a government body teaming up with a private company. Now, these partnerships are common in infrastructure because government provides land and permission, and private companies provide money and what? Efficiency. Now, ICA can add a twist to this. Do you know the twist they can add, which makes it very interesting? They can introduce the public sector portfolio matrix. Why? Now, even at the port, after building this electrochem terminal, right, they can ask you, right, the need for service delivery, whether this thing that the government has built, do the citizens need it, or it is something that they don't need, and can government provide the service as to their taste? I get in it. It is possible, but anytime you see government inside, start thinking public sector models. That model has never been examined before. and it is possible. I mean, who knows? Anyway, you get the idea. Now, remember that this is a public-private partnership, and this is still what? A collaboration what? Strategy. Did it make sense? So if this is a collaboration strategy, what does it mean? They can ask you the benefits of this public-private partnership. Case study is all about what? Do's and don'ts, or pros and cons. Now, who runs the Destiny Group? The BOD, the board of directors. So a board of directors is like the leadership team of a big company. We know that. So they are not necessarily the people doing the daily work. They make the big decisions and supervise the people who do. Are you getting it? So these are the two types of directors you must understand for any case study exam. So the type of director and what it means. So we have the executive director, the ones who work in the company full time and they sit on the board, like the CEO, CFO, CTO, and the rest. And then we have the NEDs, the ones who sit on the board to give advice and oversight, but they do not work there day to day. Right? Then we have independent NEDs, the one with no close ties to the company at all. So they don't have, so look at the clues. They don't have big shareholding, no past employment there. Their job is just to challenge management and protect what? The shareholders' interest. Now, let's meet Destiny Group's board, right? Let's look at their name, their background, and things that you have to notice. So we have Jane Asante, okay? Now, Jane Asante is a non-executive chair. She was a former politician, the deputy minister for roads and highways, and now a university professor. Now, let me show you something. Anytime you start looking at the board of directors or management team, the first thing that should come in your mind is what skills do they possess? How can it help the company? I said anytime you see board members or you see management team, what should come into your head?
The
The skills they
is how
possess.
to help
And how they can help the company. That's all that should come to your mind first before anything else. Does that make sense? So we have seen Jane Asante. She was a former politician and now a university professor. She has good political government connections, and it is useful what for logistic company that deals with roads, ports, and regulation. You see, I've suggested it. Have you noticed?
Yes, you have.
Yes. So I told you that's the reason why they give you all this background. So you know that there's a balance of skills across the board. Now, we have Henry Kumsen. Hey, my friend's name. Oh. He is a CEO, accountant, worked his way up inside the company, strong finance background, but no transport or logistics, right? So,
Yes.
transport or logistics operational specific experience before becoming CEO. Are you getting it? So, this thing, it is not really a lack. He worked his way up, so he would have learned, right? But anyway, he has done well. We have his accounting and finance background, and he being a CEO will help him, right? But already, so far as you start seeing issues around finance, you should start thinking about what? Ethics. What did I say?
Ethics.
Ethics. Why? Because definitely CEO with finance background, there'll be some hard financial decisions this man has to take, and he's going to definitely have an argument with the CFO by all means because he's a finance guy, and the CFO will also come with some financial issues, and because he's the CEO, there'll definitely be wrangling. So these are some of the issues that,
But Prof, please, sorry, I have a question.
yeah,
He's
you can.
having a finance background, right? He's just having a degree in accounting. But the chief accountant is a qualified accountant.
That's why I'm
So
saying that he is the CEO. And because he has a degree in accounting and he has strong finance background, do you think now that he's the CEO and you, the CFO, bring something that he does not agree with, you get it easy?
No.
Don't think book. Think what happens. I have been there.
Okay.
Do you get it? Do you all
Yes,
agree?
please.
Oh, please, this thing should.
Yes.
And it's like you are just quiet and you are listening to me. I
No,
want
so we
us to have
agree.
a heart to heart. Yes, let's talk. Chipping ideas, contributions. That's what makes this fun. We learn together. It's not that you just keep quiet and be listening to me. And yes, I'm a case nankasa about. Ne yakan no. Some no there.
Prof, say
I want to say.
Say kasa. We are
No,
chiefing.
not
Which
all of
one?
you. I'm only hearing the same voices. Let me hear
Oh,
different voices. The men, what
Prof,
happened?
we are with you.
No, don't be with me. I want you to talk.
Yeah.
Alex, don't be with me. Talk. So
Yes,
we have John Amate.
I came in late, so I'm not.
Okay.
I said I came in late, so I'm just.
Okay.
I even don't know that we are discussing the place.
Don't worry. We'll be fine. So we have the chief operating officer who started as a warehouse trainee. He learned to drive trucks, got an MBA, rose through the ranks, just like this guy. So you see that Henry Kumsin rose through the ranks, John Amate rose through the ranks, right?
Yeah.
Then he has excellent hands-on operational knowledge and he knows the business from the ground up. This is something we can leverage. Okay, so it's like, let's think like analysts, assuming we are analyzing somebody's business, so we can know who can do what at what time, right? Then we have Bernard J, the CFO, accountant. He came from, yes, please.
Sorry to cut you. So with the John Amate, if you are looking at the theories of corporate governance, can we say he's more or less like a resource dependency or something?
Unless we get more insight, but yes,
Okay.
it can come into resource dependency. So those who haven't read, I know that resource dependency now could be tears you. Why you anyway, we continue. But I know everybody here understands the resource dependency theory. A teacher more, no teacher. A teacher more, no teacher. I'm asking the class.
I know the class.
That is no excuse. Oh.
We thought it, Prof.
We go revise.
Now you they talk.
Maybe
All right.
maybe you can brush and then go.
Bernard J is the CFO. Accountant. He came from supermarket company, strong finance skills, but his prior experience was retail, not logistics. Okay, so this thing, anyway, finance is finance, right? But then you face some small difficulties. I mean, retail, logistics, some differences, right? So note this thing down. It may become an issue in the unseen. Who knows? Anything you see that is not coherent or consistent, note it down. Do you understand? Okay. Then we have Frank Danso. Hey, why am only my friends' names with this shame? Okay. Frank Danso, the chief information officer. He studied data science, worked in logistics management before joining. This is a good fit. True or false?
True.
So data and tech are very relevant to modern logistics, tracking, warehouse systems. He can help there. You see how I relate it to the case. So we have what? Maxwell Texan, the director. Human resources. So senior HR experience from telecom, solid HR background, though again not industry what specific, but HR na HR. But then you still need to know the right logistics kind of stuff or talent to what bring, and this also fits into the value chain. Remember that all these things you are looking, you also have to ask yourself, how do this fit into the organization's value chain? Then we have Professor Janet Mensah. She's a senior independent director. So when I was teaching you guys corporate governance, you realize that I told you that some organizations have senior independent directors or lead independent directors. Do you remember? And that person is on top. Then all the other NEDs are under that person. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes. So the head of the executives is the CEO. Then some of the NEDs too, they have their head, who is mostly a senior independent director or lead independent director. It depends on the industry. So her academic, she's more of an academic professor of management science, also chairs a hospital's management committee. She's independent and experienced and is good for objective oversight, right? Somebody with clear mind who doesn't know anybody. Okay, so she's objective. It means that it's a good balance. Then we have Gloria Addo. She's also an independent NED. She has an engineering background, vehicle manufacturer, director of innovation. She has a good technical engineering oversight, insight, useful for fleet and equipment decisions. So that's what I came up with. And then we have Gilbert Annan, right? Independent NED. He worked at what? The Ministry of Roads and Highways, and he also helped write transport laws. So he has a deep knowledge I get it, of transport regulation, which is extremely relevant for what? A logistics company. Can you see that? Okay.
Yes.
So let's look at the big exam insight on the board composition analysis. I hope this is helping.
Yes.
So I want you guys to actually come up with your own one. So based on what we have discussed, what do you think is appropriate? What do we call it? Skills that are needed, or who contributes the most, and also what are the gaps? Are you getting it? We saw that some of them didn't have a good word, a good knowledge around the industry, some of them to build their way up and the rest. But the board must always have the right mix of skills, right? So what will happen is that mostly the examiner will often ask you to assess whether the board has the right mix of skills, right? Look at the board. Strong in finance, right? They have 2 accountants. Operations, we have John. Regulation of government relations, we have Jane and Gilbert. Tech, Frank. And engineering, Gloria, right? So this is very strong. Or what do you guys think? It's diverse. Or do you agree? Please, if you criticize. This is a roundtable discussion. Don't just listen to me blindly. Is it a strong team?
Prof. Hello, Prof.
I can hear you.
Okay, so my analysis, I think though it's a strong team, however, the 2 accountants there's going to be a conflicting of issues in there.
Of course, that one there, no doubt. But first of all, is it a strong team? That's
So
the first.
It's a strong
it is, yes.
That's why I've put a tick there. Now, what is that? There's a possible gap, right? We saw that what? 1, there will be conflict. 2, very few people with deep international shipping, aviation, or logistics expertise. Specifically, most learned on the job rather than coming out from global shipping industry, right? Also, it's worth asking, how many women are there? Only 3 out of 9. Board diversity should be questioned, right?
Yes.
If I should take you also into ethics, gender balance, gender gap, do you get it? Which comes with
Yes.
sustainability. You see where I'm. So you need to think wide. Do you understand? Board diversity is an issue here. We could see how many women were there. 3 out of 9. Let's check for good independence. Okay, so they have a non-executive chair and a senior independent director and several independent entities. This is good corporate governance practice. It means the CEO doesn't have too much unchecked power. Do you agree?
good independence.
Do you all agree? So this is
Yes.
just I'm just whetting your appetite small, right? So let's go deeper. So now, what is intermodal logistics and why does Destiny Group do it for clients? So first of all, some of the terms you see in cases, I know most of you don't understand, but you just read it. Now, Destiny Group doesn't just move one client's goods. They manage parts of other companies' supply chains for them. So here's how, broken into 4 simple services. 1, so managing somebody's supply chain for him. 1, you do inventory management, right? So Destiny Group uses computer systems to help clients to track their stock, okay? So they connect to the client's ERP system. What is the meaning of ERP?
Enterprise resource planning.
Thank you. And yes, Ankamapong. I'll just end the call. So they connect to the client ERP system, right? Basically, the client's main business software that tracks orders, stock, money, and etc. Right? Good. So they also use their own warehouse management system to track where goods are physically sitting. Are you getting it? So a supermarket might what? Let Destiny Group decide when to restock shelves, right? So Destiny Group will now use their own judgment as long as the shelves don't run empty and there's space for new stock. This is what sometimes we have to look at something we call reorder level. And note that inventory management is part of the other financial decisions in your exam. Warehousing and all those things also come with costs, right? And what are those costs? Holding costs. True or false? True or false?
True.
And at each time, there will be what? Ordering cost. True or false? And each
True.
time that Destiny Group has to stock the shelf, they have to look for what? The optimum order quantity that will save cost. Meboa.
Yes.
And what is that order quantity called? The economic order
What is
Quantity.
EOQ?
And you know EOQ is the quantity that results when what? Cost of holding is the same as what? Cost of
Cost of
ordering.
ordering.
Meboa.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
see how this thing is hiding there. Maybe one dream baswo. But we corner na EOQ full question that ho for 10 marks. Did that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Are you processing?
Yes.
Okay, so what's this
Prof,
insight that I want us to talk about? Pacho tu here and Igumi, so that's why I'm there for you. Ask questions. Now, this is a high trust relationship. To hand off your entire supply chain to someone to manage means that you trust the person, right? So the supermarket is literally giving what Destiny Group permission to make decisions on their behalf. It is valuable because it means Destiny Group isn't just a transport company. They are becoming a strategic partner, and that's harder for competitors to what? To copy.
Copy.
And usually means higher profit margins, right? Not just commodity service anymore. This is what a core competence.
Competence.
And this one will lead to what? A competitive advantage or a
Advantage.
sustainable competitive
Sustainable.
advantage, because the person you trust is better than who just sells to you. You get it? And this is something people cannot just replicate. You remember the resource matrix? Let's
yeah.
apply value. Is it valuable?
Yes.
Zero.
Is it imitable? Can somebody
Oh.
copy?
No.
No.
Is it rare?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it have organizational support?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you saying yes? Have you evaluated it?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, you have done well. So that is what we are
Prof,
saying. Yes, please.
please, before you move to the next one, right?
Hmm?
With the ERP, which is a type of information management.
System. Thank you. That's an
Can,
information system.
yeah. Can we
All
be
these
asked
things
to?
are information systems, right? So as
Yes,
part of
types of it.
IT, there are types of information system, but this one is more of transactional processing systems.
Sure. So with that at play, can we be asked to
Yes.
advise or analyze the impact or the pros and cons of IT
Of
information
course.
or something?
Yes, they
IT
can.
systems.
They
Okay.
can. They can ask you the type of information system that was used in this case and their advantages or disadvantages. Thank you. This is what I want, right? Be bringing
Prof,
insight.
please, another question.
Mm-hmm.
Another analysis I made with the board.
I did for you.
I learned the board, the non-executive directors must be 2/3 of the board members. But I didn't see that.
So you've seen that, right? Yeah. So
And also the independent board members must be 2/3 of the non-executive. But it was just one person.
you said it was just one person. No, the NDDs was not one person.
No, the independent NED.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that is a good insight, right? We'll come and go detailed into each of them. Do you understand?
Okay.
Does it make sense? Yes. So for information systems, each level of management has what their information systems, right? Now, if you look at it carefully, what they had was mostly what? Transactional processing system, right? Yes, that deals with the transactions from the down before it goes up, right? So this one is at the lowest level, what staff will use and this thing, right? Then it comes to management information system, which mostly provides summaries. Then executive information system, which is useful for what? The executives or the board members, right? So each of these ones, you must know what they mean and their possible advantages and disadvantages. Mostly that's a question they can ask you around this area, okay? Because these are all information systems. Are we okay? So just know each of them and where they are important. Now let's look at their service B. Shared user storage and handling, right? We can see that. The PC is just worrying. I'm coming. Okay, so Destiny Group has 45 warehouses across Ghana. The clients pay based on how much space they use and how long they use it, plus extra fees if Destiny Group has to handle the goods. checking them in, storing them, picking them for delivery. So some warehouse areas are also special, right? So temperature and humidity controlled for food or extra secure for expensive items, right? This shared means that multiple different clients' goods sit in the same warehouse, just in different section. And this is more efficient because Destiny Group can now fill up space better, but it does mean less privacy or customization for any one client, which may come at a cost. Do you get the whole idea? So this thing that we are seeing, is Destiny the one controlling the cost, or they are the ones, is the clients controlling the cost? How does it fit into their cost structure? Go and check the P&L and balance sheet that they gave us and check whether their costs were increasing over the period from the draft accounts. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Does it make sense? Yes.
Yeah.
So service C is outsourced warehouse
Well,
what
please,
management.
before you move on, you see, with the introduction, with the business group, we realized that Destiny Group happens to be one of the largest. What it
Yeah.
means is that probably they're either the market leader or they are thriving to be the market leader.
Yeah.
So what can you say about that too? As in, what are some of the things we can look around it?
Well, two things should come to mind first. Are they operating based on differentiation, or they are operating based on cost leadership? That's the first point. They understand. And now, once you
Okay.
start getting that, it tells you that then their market share will either be high based on the value that they are giving. And when you look at more of their services, it will be tailored more towards differentiation than cost leadership. Do you understand?
Okay. So
Yes.
that means we can be looking around Potter's generic
Yes.
strategy, right? Sure.
Porter's generic strategies and even Bowman strategy clock, they go
Yeah.
together. It's the same thing. So yes.
Okay.
So Destiny Group runs 100 warehouses that belong to clients, not Destiny Group's own buildings, right? Destiny Group provides workers and handles everything inside, right? So this is different from Service B. Here, the client owns the building, but Destiny Group supplies the staff and expertise to run it well. It's like a cleaning company that comes to manage your house, but you own the house. You get the idea? Are you understanding their
Yeah.
service? Note, these insights that I'm giving you is so that when you read the case now, it will make more sense, right? Because of the technical language. I hope whatever I'm doing, breaking it to class 2 level and class 1 level, you get it. Should we continue?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now, service number D is shared usage transport. Obini dream business plan ADD agro say. Enye easy. O. Destiny Group owns 400 articulated tractor units, the front track part with the engine and driver cabin, and 600 trailers, the back part that carries the actual goods. Here I'm
Yeah.
breaking it down to class 1 level for you. My own TBBS, you have no excuse to fill this paper. Are you getting it? Now, because it is shared, trucks can carry that's part loads from multiple clients at once. This is cheaper for everyone because nobody has to pay for an entire truck just for their own, possibly small shipment, right? Trucks can also backhaul. When we say backhaul, it means that after dropping off a delivery, instead of driving back empty, they can pick up another load for the return journey, which is common for most transport and haulage companies. But do you know what happens? I think this one will solve that problem. Most transport companies, and sometimes the drivers pick the backhaul without informing the owner. So if they've already put this in there, I get it. If they've already put this in there, it's going to solve that problem. Do you all agree with me?
Yeah.
Because with one transport company that I used to prepare accounts for, I think the drivers they'll go we'll be tracking them. Or better the same route so pepe, but better goods no drop it en route. So it's like he's following the same route. But then we're picking sika the dada bottom.
Instead of coming empty after delivering yours, he's coming
Yeah.
empty. Like you
Yes.
know that the terrain we are entering,
Yeah.
we deliver in. Let's say we are delivering a while. The drivers come on empty road
Trailer.
with a trailer. It doesn't make economic sense. So they can, if you are not empowering to make money, they will make money for themselves.
So now I think this is a problem that Destiny is trying to take over his destiny, right? His destiny is in his own hands. So he doesn't want anybody to mess with that destiny. So he has put his destiny in his own hands. Do you understand? Which is one big problem logistics have. So if they've put this in the case, it means there's something they want from you. Did you get it? So it's one of the risks that we encounter all the time. Driver be far goods. Who book goods now are parking? No bedroom baby no a pia. Not the full fraka, not the coin smart ones. No. Until you get there and you are like, oh, he did the same thing. I tracked the track, it was en route. Passa. Padina package 20,000 I shouldn't bottom, but would you wouldn't him? Imagine that my truck is going pa and I'm on the road. Mikodio Mutu, then I'll see that you're packing punching in dry. A good cement to this so on top oh, you're
Yeah,
packing and punching in dry a good cement. So the echo ah Jerry and I
On,
mean they go to
unrelated goods.
cement over Charlie and punchy way. I'll drop them around the Linda door.
yes. Sometimes they do that because of where the axle load is not eminent. Let's say the axle load is maybe it's asking Tampo, and they are dropping goods at, let's say, Tamale, and they pick your goods at maybe somewhere like Kumasi there. They drop your goods for you at maybe before you get to Kintampo, let's say, to your bottom areas. Then they make their money. Then they proceed to Kintampo. Before they get to axle load, they have already dispatched those goods and they made their money already. So it's all calculated attempts. The drivers, they are always smart. They are always at the head because you are not experienced in the haulage system. So and if you look at the case, I didn't read much, but the little I gathered, you could see that majority of them is only one or two who have experience in the man who was been in the business, who rose through the ranks.
Yeah.
Apart from him, none of them have especially logistics and transport certificates.
Yeah.
Good. So you could see that they'll be handicapped. They will rely on the experience of the drivers and the current man who the COO, the Chief Operating Officer, who rose through the ranks to at least beef up operations.
So if we are coming into knowledge management, what did we learn? Tacit and explicit knowledge, right? And that guy would immediately he leaves, everybody can also become handicapped, which is a big problem. Do you all agree?
Exactly.
Yeah, so everything that we learned, put all together. That's how we do case studies. Don't just wait for questions. No, put everything together. So specialized trailers, right? 500 tankers for liquid or powder. 400 of these carry fuel or chemicals, and the rest carry food liquids like milk and vegetable oil. Plus 900 smaller vehicles, rigid trucks and vans for flexible, smaller deliveries. It means that this guy or this business has a lot of resources. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
But as to whether the resources are unique and no other logistics company can copy them, or they are threshold or basic. We saw that there are a lot of unique resources and core competencies in there, making them strengths, right? But they also gave a good strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat there. So key concept, why shared usage is a smart business. Now, it brings what? Lower cost for the client because they only pay for the space or capacity they actually use, and fewer trucks on the road overall because more sustainable, environmentally friendly, right? Fewer empty trucks driving around, which is good, right? This alone is good. Then the backhauling turns what would be a wasted empty returning trip into a paid productive work. So it is literally the foundation of why third-party logistic companies can be cheaper than companies managing their own trucks. Now let's see that. We'll come there. Now we are building small. CSR. Yes, please.
You see that side, the business growth man. I was looking at analyzing the thing from the value chain perspective, right?
Yeah.
With the outsourcing and those things. And then I was also looking at ESG as a whole, and then the triple bottom, what do you call it? Bottom line or something.
Yes, I've highlighted all those ones. We'll come there. For now, I'm just giving like the basic insights. Do you understand?
Okay, sure.
See, now I'm not going too much into detail. I mean, more tips like what the whole case is about. You better be dissect case nankasa. See, idea yachi man 2 slaps on the face keke. He thinks that it's normal. You understand? Yeria near sitting him down, give him food to chop. Yeria near start a real battle. No, you see idea. We are on the surface, so don't worry. Now I'll give you everything. Don't worry. All right. So corporate social responsibility. Now, Destiny Group runs a charity foundation that builds school buildings, school blocks in the northern region, right? They run entrepreneurship competitions with funding and mentoring and support vulnerable children, right? CSR is not just being nice, we know that. It's also good for reputation and it makes the company look what trustworthy, which can help win government contracts or attract better skilled employees and supports the license to operate. Communities are more likely to support a company that visibly helps them. Now, Nana came up with what? Very good insights. Now, that's what I want. You see the way she came with good insights. You see that everything she's telling or coming up with fits into the value chain or the value network. Do you remember value network? Do you guys remember value network?
Yes.
Where I told you
Very
that apart from your normal value chain that you have, how does your value chain fit into others? Nana, do you remember?
Yes, it's through the support or the
Yes, or the supply chain, right? So your entire supply chain and how they network together fits in here. So value chain, yes, how it fits into the overall value chain. And you see how it also builds into the CSR overall. That is it. You get it. So it's all around the same thing, right? So this CSR will be good for reputation, right? And it makes the company look trustworthy, which can help win government contracts or attract what better skilled employees, okay, and supports the license to operate. Do you understand? So communities are more likely to support a company that visibly what helps them. No, be so.
Yes,
So,
it is a prof.
Now let's
It can
understand
equally be
logistics.
a strength, right?
You said we can.
It can equally be a strength, right?
Yes, of course, it's a strength. We call
Okay.
it sometimes you have what we call green consumers. Some people buy your product just because you are nice. Do you understand?
Okay.
So some people don't like Awake, they will prefer Belacqua, but because Awake contributes to the Ghana Hearts, they will buy Awake.
yes,
Do you
yes, true,
understand? Yes,
true.
that's what we call green
Yes, please.
consumership. Some people like you because you do something nice. You see, that's one thing in psychology, reciprocity. Anytime you give, people always feel they owe you something. They have to give back. Do you understand? So that is reciprocity. It is not your conscious mind that responds, but your subconscious mind. That, oh, this guy is always giving us things for free. Oh no, let me give him something. At least you feel guilty. It's the same thing CSR does. Are you getting it? So that's just one. So let's understand logistics properly. Now, this is a word people use loosely, but the case study breaks it down precisely. Memorize this breakdown. Examiners will test it directly. One, inbound logistics. That is what? Getting stuff in. You remember?
Yes.
So receiving and checking goods coming in, the parts, materials, the finished products, storing them if needed, updating inventory records are all part of inbound logistics, right? Then internal logistics. That's what? Managing stuff while it is inside. So it's part of inbound logistics in the value chain. But this is managing the goods while they sit in the business, right? The warehousing and all that, and keeping the inventory records also updated. Then we have the outbound logistics. That's getting the stuff out to the customers. You know that from the value chain, right? Which is the warehouse
Yes,
picking,
please.
selecting the right items, packing, dispatch, sending it out, and recording them. Okay. Then we have something we call reverse logistics. That's the stuff coming back. Okay. So this is part of outbound logistics conceptually, but flows the opposite way. Example, if a customer returns what a broken product or packaging gets recycled. Do you understand? So how many types of logistics did we talk about? How many? How
Is
many
it
types
for?
of logistics did we talk about?
5.
Let's
fast.
mention them.
Oh,
The
inbound
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 logistics,
logistics.
logistics,
Okay, then
internal,
internal
logistics,
Internal
logistics, then
inbound.
outbound,
bound,
Outbound.
outbound,
and then
Reverse.
and
reverse.
reverse.
So it's
reverse.
4.
It's 4.
Yes, 4.
Okay, so what is a simple memory trick? Think of what? An online shopping order, for example, right? Inbound, the warehouse receives stock from the factory. Internal, the warehouse keeping track of where everything sits on the shelves. Outbound, picking your order, packing it and shipping it to you. Then reverse, you returning it because it didn't fit. You get it?
Yes.
So why would the ICA examiner care about something like this? A question might describe a business problem and ask, what type of logistic failure is this? So you need to correctly identify inbound versus internal, outbound, or reverse, and recommend the right fix. Meaning they'll ask you for strategies to help solve that problem. Did it make sense?
Yes, Prof.
Good. I hope this one we are not just reading case, we are learning something.
Mm-hmm.
So should a company do its own logistics or pay someone else? This is where it gets interesting.
Interesting.
Do you know why? Because this one builds us into external growth strategies, collaboration strategies, outsourcing strategies. Do you understand? And then one thing I
Yes.
told you about the value chain is that, okay, so what things need to be outsourced? Are you getting it? And what things need to be maintained? The ones that give enough value to customers need to be maintained, because if the perceived value is small and the customer is willing to pay the price, then we maintain it. If not, we outsource it. So they can ask you the benefits and weaknesses of outsourcing. That's all you think about, pros and cons, when it comes to case study, right? Now, this is the most important concept in this whole case. PLP, party logistics provider. So let's think of it as a skill from doing it all yourself. Are you getting it? Or handing it all over to experts. So do you know why this becomes interesting? There's a case like that. Somewhere, I don't remember the date, but we were thinking about either outsourcing to an external contract. Okay, so we're evaluating the impact of an external contract. So this looks like do in-house or outsource to someone. True or false? In management accounting, you are saying make or buy. Or true or false?
Yes.
Make or
True.
buy decision. And then when we come to corporate governance theories, we are thinking about what? Transaction cost theory.
Sorry.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Okay.
Prof, yes.
Yes, please. Yes, yes.
Yo. So first party logistics provider. So first party logistics, the company manages its own logistics, start to finish, like a bakery using its own van to deliver bread. Or makes sense. You understand it. That's why I always like to give analogies. Did it make sense? Using your own thing to do your own logistics. Me using my own Okada rider to send my books. First party logistics. Did it make sense?
Yes.
Good. Second party logistics. A provider will just handle the transport, but the client still manages the overall logistics strategy, where you should go and all that. So let's say that if I'm using the bakery hires the driver or the van company, but the bakery still decides the routes, the schedules, and the rest. Do you understand? Do you get the difference? Who can tell me the difference between first party and second party logistics? Quickly, then we move. Hey, I just explained it. What's the difference between first party logistics and second party logistics?
Okay, so Prof, with the first party logistics, the provider handles or manages everything on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst with the second party logistics, the client retains responsibility for managing its logistics. So more or less like they give instructions to the provider on what to do and what not to do.
Thank you. That's all. So let's look at third party logistics, right? The provider handles a wide range of services. So warehousing and delivery. Are you getting it? Now, Destiny Group manages warehouse and delivery for a supermarket. You can see that. That's third party. Now, then we have fourth party logistics. Now, the provider will take over the entire strategy, even deciding which third party, PLPs to use. A consultant company that designs your whole supply chain and hires multiple third party PLPs to now execute it. Do you get it? But I don't think Destiny fit into the fourth one. He fits into the third one. Do you all agree?
Yes, he's the third one.
Yes. So they are now one of the largest third party PLP logistic providers in Ghana, and it's stated directly in the keys.
Yes.
I hope it makes sense.
Simply.
So now everything that I told you, I didn't just tell you. I explained what it meant. Are you getting it? Before I told you, right? So why do big companies choose third party PLPs, right? or outsource instead of doing it themselves. So you see the benefits of outsourcing, I getting it, over what? Doing it in-house. Makes sense.
Yes,
See the
Prof.
point in it fits fair. One, expertise. Those people we are outsourcing to, they are specialists. So service is often more reliable and cheaper than doing it in-house. There's no need to buy buildings or trucks because they'll be saving you save what huge capital, right? You don't have to buy warehouses or trucks. There's flexibility, right? If your business grows or shrinks, you can ask for more or less capacity rather than being stuck with assets you bought. There's less what? Distraction, right? There's less distraction. Now, problems get solved by third party what? PLP without your own managers, right? Having to drop what they are doing, and there's legal or compliance handled for you, licenses, safety rules, everything. It becomes someone else's headache, not yours. Or what do you guys think? Good point. You see, I gave you exactly 5.
Yes.
You see, I gave you exactly 5.
Yeah.
Good. Now, what is the disadvantage? Now, during busy seasons, third party PLP might not have spare capacity for you because they are serving lots of other clients too. No, be so.
So.
Other things, time delay or reliability. Because when they have a lot of clients, sometimes they may delay on your order and other things, right? Damaged goods may come in. How is the insurance like? Are you getting it? Okay. Now, whenever a case study question asks, should this company use third party or manage logistics themselves, structure your answer using the exact 5 advantages. And always remember to mention the limitations, seasonal capacity issues to show balanced critical thinking. Examiners reward you for seeing both sides. You see the trick there? You see the trick there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, shared versus dedicated arrangement. Now, when a client works with a third-party PLP like Destiny Group, they choose what? A dedicated arrangement, okay, where the client gets exclusive use of specific trucks or warehouse space. Example, trucks painted in the client's company colors used only for that client. I get it. And this one will work best for clients with high regular volume. So the trucks and warehouses are always kept busy or full just for that person, or special needs like goods needing unique storage conditions, right? So there's a shared arrangement also. So this is where there's no exclusive use. Destiny can mix what multiple client goods on the same truck or in the same warehouse. This one will be best for clients with smaller or irregular volume. So when you look at the one here, you customize everything to fit that client, right? So this one, you can say that it's more of differentiation strategy. Do you get the idea? Or you can say it's a niche strategy, or what we say focus. It's just targeting particular clients who can afford this, and it's you can say it's differentiation focus. Do you agree? So this one, I think they will charge what a premium for it. Do you agree?
Price. Yes.
So this is more of a differentiation focus strategy, right? And then when you come
Okay.
here, it's more for the cost guys, right? The ones with smaller or irregular volumes where having dedicated truck or warehouse would be wasteful, right? So the simple way to remember it is this: that dedicated means what? Renting your own private car. Shared means taking an Uber pool or shared ride under Bolt, right? So private cars make sense if you use them constantly and have specific needs. Pool rides make sense for occasional or smaller trips, right? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Good. So if a case question gives you numbers like client S ships 50 tons a week, every week, all year, that's a strong hint they should what consider what a dedicated arrangement. If a client has irregular, unpredictable, smaller shipment, then the shared will make more financial sense. This alone is a full question with calculations, where you have to calculate and see whether he should go for dedicated or shared. I hope what I'm saying makes sense.
Yes, sir.
And I hope you can do the calculation, right? You guys, you are finance gurus now. So
Take it again, please.
I said if a case gives you numbers that they want you to calculate whether or make a decision whether the client should consider the dedicated arrangement or the shared arrangement. You have to check which one makes more financial sense, right? But saying that the client ships 50 tons a week, it means that they should consider dedicated rather, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they have irregular, unpredictable, smaller shipment, then the shed will make more financial sense. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Makes
Minimize
sense?
cost.
Yes, minimize cost. Thank you. We exist to maximize profit or minimize cost. Now, warehousing or storage. Let's go into the details. Now, key decisions a logistics company must make about warehouses. One, the number, size, and location of your warehouses, very important. It must be big enough and located where transport, road, rail, sea, air can reach them, right? Configuration. The warehouses need the right what? Layout. Okay. So they need the right layout. You know what I mean, right? So loading docks. So the forklifts can drive into trailers to unload and load. You know that, right? Racking systems, which are designed for what? The weight of what is being stored, right? So the electronics are lighter than tin food, for example. So the racks need to be designed what? Differently. I hope you know what racking systems are. You've seen it, but you don't know what that is. Do you know that? If you know, we should move.
Racking systems.
Oh, the ladies, you have shoe racks at your house now. And then I'll pack your
Yes,
shoe, go
we
soon.
have.
Hey. Okay, yo.
It seems they also have a special name for it.
What's it?
It's shoe rack, yeah, it's shoe rack.
A shoe rack.
But Prof, say number one, one member's way.
Bamba ne panom tato shura. Mbema ni bebrom de omu shoes go
Member say
foam.
member no to talk.
Mbema ni bebrom de omu shoes go foam. Ebi
Moose
ka
na
ni eshe wardrobe. Mba no mpe class o. Mbema ni bebre bo shelves. No ma hyehyɛ. Mba no bebre pe shoe
Anya
rack.
shoe rack ye bia.
Eno enye rack o. Auntie Teresa. Mebwana. All right. So there's also automation, right? This is the most important. So the production also comes with what? The right layout system, right? Production and procurement go together. You know that. So there should be what? Apart from configuration, you have to look at automation, right? Conveyor belts and robots can reduce the need for human workers. And this is common for big online retailers. But I don't think, did we see something like this for Destiny? You have to think about it, right? Then we have specialized facilities needed for different goods. You have to consider that, right? So liquids, they need tanks and tankers. Grain or crops will need special collection or storage equipment. Flammable or toxic goods will need extra safety handling. Food or human consumption goods will need hygiene rules, right? So each of these things that you are looking at, the number, size, and location, configuration, automation, and specialized facilities for different goods is what will make your warehouse something which people cannot copy, would make it rare, would offer value, make it robust or durable and non-substitutable, meaning that if you are doing a resource audit, this is it. Are you getting it? Now, notice how warehouse design isn't one size fits all. The case is teaching you that logistic decisions must match physical nature of the product. Did you get it? So a warehouse great for canned tomatoes is wrong for fresh fish or flammable chemicals. Does it make sense? So the examiner may ask you to recommend warehouse features for a specific type of client or good. Match the feature to the product type. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Now, the next thing that they came up with was the 4 types of transport. Let's go into the detailed breakdown. So road transport, that is one.
See.
So we have the vehicle, the key features, and the best use. So we have cars and vans. So this one, no special license is needed for the drivers. Some vans fit a pallet, right? A pallet, as they call it. Now, small loads, last mile delivery. The final short trip to a customer's door, especially for online shopping, right? These are the pimp. You go and take your goods from Jumia, you're smiling, right? So we have the rigid trucks. So this is the one that have one single unit, right? The car plus the load area built together. Okay. So 18-ton size is popular. Load compartment can have flexible curtain. I get the sides to be refrigerated or medium size regular deliveries. So these are mostly for the medium size regular deliveries. Now you've seen this kind of trucks before, have you not? They are together, they are fit together. The front and the back are fit together. You've seen it before. Mostly ice cream trucks. Do you see how they are? Fridge be way cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Otrain sides, ni say, like you open the side like this, you see where the driver is, you see the back where this thing is, and the place the person will stand to sell it. You've seen it before.
Yes.
Yeah. So for the medium size regular delivery, then we have the articulated trucks. The two separate parts, right? The tractor unit, that's the engine and the driver cab, and the trailer, the load. So they can be detached and swapped. Drivers need what? A special heavy goods vehicle, license, large loads, and long distance hauling. So what's the key detail to remember? Because tractor unit and trailers detach, a driver can drop off a full trailer at a destination, then immediately hitch up to a different trailer, maybe one that's already loaded and ready for the journey back. I get it. And this massively saves time. No waiting around for the truck to be unloaded before the driver can leave. You see how this is? And this is actually what is done. And I, John Meboa, sometimes time in Niwa, ombe disconnected trailer no. No, I call connect another trailer, no the call.
Exactly.
Yes, so it saves time. You see how we are doing this analysis? We are now becoming business architects. We are understanding the business from the core. All right. So that is it. We are not just reading. So that is it. Now let's look at sea transport. Into destiny, anyway, that's it. Used when there's literally no other way to move the goods across long distances or oceans. Jose. Umusiame.
I'm learning from you. You also want to take all the money.
Don't worry, I haven't started. It is now that I'm coming to start. So this is used when there's literally no other way to move goods across long distances or oceans, or when it's the cheapest option for huge volumes, right? So let's look at the ship types that they use, right? So we have bulk carriers. These are the ones that carry loose goods like grain or coal, right? That is poured into open holds. Example, Jospong Limited imports grain via what? Bulk carriers to Tema. Then the trucks or trains take it to factories. All right. Then we have tankers, the one that carry liquids like oils. Liquid is pumped in and out at the dock. Okay, so if you go to the harbor, sometimes you see that they have some ships that have a huge way compartment. They open it and they put a long pipe. Who has seen it before? And then they'll be pumping it from trucks. Who have seen it before? Maybe some of you have not been there. Maybe I'll show you a video, but I don't think my network is too good to play that kind of video. But you get it. So you see that the ship looks like this, right? And then by the side here, there's a compartment like this, right? So you see that they'll fit the pipes. You see that they'll fit the pipes, right? Those huge pipes. They'll fit them here. Are you getting it? And then they'll be pumping the oil into them. So under there's a compartment for storing the oil, right? And then the top is where the ship itself is. Do you understand? You get the idea?
Yes.
So this
Yes.
pumping is done. You must have a license to pump, and the people must be very careful because most of them are highly flammable, right? Then we have container ships. These are standardized shipping containers. So for fast loading or unloading, because container sizes are standardized everywhere. So the cranes are built to match this, right? The cranes that carry them. All right. So the insight on containers, you must understand, standardization is huge deal in global trade. Because every shipping container is the same size worldwide, a container can move seamlessly between ship, train, truck without anyone having to repack the goods, right? And this is one of the biggest reasons global trade becomes so efficient. It became so efficient over the last 60 plus years because containers were standardized. Otherwise, ankebe hardring, if every particular country have their own size of container, wouldn't it have caused a problem? Why would it have caused a problem? My logistics manager, John, assuming container sizes were just every country has its own, what would it have caused?
There will not be standardization because you see ships park in certain with even their trailers. You see when you put the 40-feet container, it fits perfectly. So that you see ISO 300 or 3000.
Yeah.
Yes, international standard on 3000 international standard on quality control. Ensure that everything. That's why whenever people are producing like plumbers, they go and buy it, and they just go and buy it, comes and fits something that has been produced elsewhere. It must follow a certain standards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
Other than that, things will be haphazardly. So we have international standard.
Because assuming that 40-foot container was a requirement for Togo, and in Ghana it was only 20 feet good. It means before you get to Togo, you have to unpack and repack into 40 feet.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
send it there. When it gets there, you are bringing it back. It has to go back to 20 foot. You just be wasting money. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why a standard is required. So the next one was air transport, which is best for what? High value urgent or perishable goods that are small enough to fly what? Economically. Right? So something like fresh fruits and vegetables make up of 15% of air freight with arriving in Ghana, right? Because some fruits can't survive a slow sea journey or be frozen, right? So this thing alone, there's a calculation. I'll come and show you how the calculation looks like. It has come before. I'll show you how it looks like. What was the name of the company? Customer Focus Limited. Customer Focus Limited. But we'll come and look at it. Now, two ways to fly cargo. So one, dedicated cargo aircraft, right? So the whole plane is just for cargo. It can be chartered, that's rented out fully for urgent or regular needs. Then we have the ones that hold space on passenger planes, right? So most cargo actually travels this way. Airplanes make extra money fulfilling and use space in the passenger plane holds, right? The area under the passengers below the cabin with cargo. You've seen it before. Those who have been watching movies like Snake on the Plane, then you see that people are sitting at the top, but under the snakes are there. Before you see the snakes are biting everyone. Yes. So they hold space on passenger planes. Does that make sense? So what's the insight here I want to talk about? Now, air freight is expensive per kilogram compared to sea. So it only makes sense for goods that are very valuable per kg, like electronics, extremely time sensitive or too perishable for a slow journey, right? So a company shipping bricks will never use air freight, but a company shipping fresh strawberries or emergency medical supplies definitely would. Do you understand? So the thing is that those who are shipping very valuable or very sensitive goods will use the one that is under the passenger, will use air freight, right? But the ones that are using like importing something that is normal will use the normal passenger cargo. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I hope we are learning something. I hope whatever we've learned today is not
Very, very, very important and relevant.
yes. All right. Then we have intermodal transport. We defined intermodal transport earlier. Who remembers?
Yes.
What did we say?
Prof, you made mention that an example, let's say you picked you packed two or more people's clients' things in one gen.
Thank you. That means you guys
Prof,
are listening.
movement of goods using two or more different modes of transport.
Okay. That means everyone is actually listening. That's good. That's good. All right, let's continue. Now, example, a container goes by ship, then railway wagon, then articulated truck to its final stop, right? Now, inland ports are a clever concept. Now, these are the rail terminals, not located at the sea, but inland, positioned near rail lines and motorways. So they act like mini distribution hubs, right? Goods can be stored there cheaply. Are you getting it? Cheaper than storing at a crowded, expensive seaport, and then moved onwards by road or rail as needed. Do you get the whole idea? So sometimes you have inland ports on the land. So when the goods get there, they store it there cheaply than putting it at a seaport, which would be very expensive. Then later they'll come and pack them and send them by road. So why does intermodal save money? Seaports often have limited space, so storage there is expensive, right? So it's smarter to quickly move the goods to a cheaper inland port further from the coast, store them there, then distribute by road or rail from there. It's like why renting storage space in the middle of a city is expensive, but renting a storage unit in the suburb is cheap. So you move your stuff out of the expensive zone fast. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So here, logistics in Kwaneyaka. Now let's come to the industry. Porters 5, 4, 6. All right. So Ghana's logistics world centers around Tema Port and Takrady Port. So the Takrady guys, they port, oh wow. John.
That's our strength. So.
If
If you take away
front,
the
back,
port.
left, right, center.
No,
So
there are only three industries that is keeping Takrady active: Takrady Port, Gasem, and flour mill.
nah.
Those are the three.
Okay.
Hey,
So
what
today
about
the owner here, Professor.
Is it what Alex? Was it there?
timber and
Oh,
cocoa
timber is dead. Timber industry is dead.
and cocoa
Yes, let's say cocoa. Let's say cocoa.
Okay.
and
Those
bauxite,
are
bauxite and manganese.
yes, bauxite, manganese. But
If the
what
port
happened?
Now
wasn't there, then all these industries will not
All
thrive.
these things wouldn't have been
So
there.
it is because of the port.
It's because of the port. So the port is the center of attraction in Takrady. It helps everywhere. Gasem, port, Takrady, flour mills, because everybody eat bread. Those are
So the port is what is connecting the related and supporting industries.
industries. Exactly.
Okay. Okay, so we have Temaport, Takrady Port, Kotoka International Airport, then road routes leading to landlocked neighboring countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and the rest. Now, Temaport is the star. Meridian Port Services, which run Tema's main container terminal, calls it one of the best performing container ports in West and Central Africa. Now, let's go into industrial analysis where we looked at the type of industry, whether it's fragmented, whether it's, you know them, right? So how fragmented or how concentrated is the industry? Now, freight forwarding, custom brokerage, road haulage, I get it. They are small parts of the same industry, which means it's fragmented, right? Lots of small,
Fragmented,
medium players, no single dominant company. So the segment has no clear public monopoly leader. That one
yeah.
there is true. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Then we have port or terminal operations or container shipping. So this one there is more concentrated. That one there, you know, say there are particular companies which, if your goods are not going with them there, then you are not shipping. That's why when you set up a logistics company and you don't get proper contracts, because Obiawo, it's like everybody wants to be safe and they want to go with the bigger ones. Just like the way, no matter how good you are, they still want to go with KPMG. They work with the big brands.
Yeah.
But when it comes to clearing, there will be to me for clearing agents. But even though they are good ones, it's not really dominant. Say there's a monopoly. Do you get it? It's fragmented. But when it comes to port operations, computer, no. Container shipping, right? It's more concentrated. There are a few big dominant players who control most of the market, like Meridian MPS. You've been hearing of MPS, Meridian Port Services, clearly leads container cargo handling at Tema. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So why does fragmentation versus concentration matter for strategy? In a fragmented market, it's easier for a company like Destiny Group to grow market share through good service, right? Because no single competitor totally dominates. And he started that by gaining trust. Do you remember? So here, the Destiny Group can take hold of their destiny and make a lot of profits because no single competitor dominates. But in the concentrated market like the cargo handling, which is dominated by MPS, it's much harder to compete head on. So a new entrant will need massive capital investment to build comparable infrastructure, which means what is happening there? Barrier to
Entry.
barrier to entry. Thank
I was
you.
about asking a question. How the barrier to entry?
And it is our question now.
I was going to ask, so when it comes to the Porters 5 forces, the barrier to entry near weak.
No, it's not weak. Oh, yeah, it's rather strong. Oh. Look at it. A new entrant will need massive capital investment to build comparable infrastructure. But the fragmented one is where the barrier to entry is not
Yes, the
necessarily
fragmented
weak.
one in American.
Yeah. Somebody was
Okay.
saying, say,
So one of the barriers is cost.
yeah,
Easy.
cost. Yeah, huge capital
You
investment.
need huge capital before you can enter that industry.
So what is the huge capital people are saying? Define huge. It depends on where you find yourself. Oh. I mean, there are
Yes.
people who can just take out 10 million Ghana cedis and they don't even feel it. It's like pin. You understand? There are some people to you two see the cry. One no. Oh, depending maybe who casts a barrier. That huge capital investment, no, define huge. After what point does it become huge? Because I know people are like 1 billion Ghana cedi credit. What is the money?
But Prof, sometimes will be one of the processes involved. Way money.
Yes, no, yeah, we are talking about capital investment first. Processes there, that one will come later. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
cadre, no. The Sicano, the Kudi, the L'argent, the money. Money makes the world go round, ampa. Hey, I just got to me money per year. Sika. Mumpe skawai. Sika.
Money is good.
You can't know
Oh.
case study class by this time, oh, Sika. Asamo. Sika.
So, oh yeah, the
Sika.
purple is a good thing. Oh.
It's a good thing. When I see Sika near the papa, people
If
say
you don't
money is
have
the
money, you
root of
can't
all
do
evil.
it.
The
If
Bible
you
never
don't,
said money is the root of all evil. It
it
said
said
for the love
the,
of money.
the
The
love
love.
for money.
The
Yeah,
love of money.
yeah,
Poverty is the root of all evil. Uni sika dream fiba utrim.
yeah.
And kill
Say,
somebody
Think
trying to
one.
get money.
Obi say,
Adia she adia eni ho na weni memuna. Ehya ho a wo sere sa. She.
Onye alert na weni aje.
Na weni aje. Yes,
That
ehya
that.
ho a yedin.
Yes.
Ehya ho a yedin. Okay, entiaso.
But sir, before you
Yes, please.
continue, they release this Preseen, but you have been able to just within around 4 o'clock,
Hey,
four
John.
to
Adia
But you,
nkofo enkano. Na wo pese wo ka.
Prof, yam
oh,
koi.
no, sir,
Die
because
John as man
I
yam
don't
ko.
understand though.
Prof, yeah, to us
You,
why?
I did they release it around 4:30.
Prof, to
Ah,
us
me read
die
it
John
cry
as
about
man.
6:30. Me who 6:30, can I me read about 2 or 3 pages. Now
John,
you're able to read the 15,
John
analyze it, which
manen to
means
us
you have
why?
a long time.
Now. Just maybe I will cry me. So let's look at a quick competitive by activity. So we have the activity, style of competition, and a clear leader, right? So those with the shipping lines, are you getting it? So global lines, they compete on schedule, rates, and reliability. Now note, why am I giving you this? This will also tell you to know that, okay, so if these people compete on schedule, rate, and reliability, what is the bargaining power of the customers there? Does it make sense? Are you getting something from there? Are you okay? Can we continue?
Okay.
All right. So, no single Ghana leader, but Maersk, MSC, CMA, CGMA dominate. They don't dominate there, the shipping lines, right? Then we have freight forwarding. This is where, Mr. Clearing agents are all Ghana. Me say way back earlier, let's go earlier 2010s. Obia a clearing agent. It was very funny. If you come to Tema, almost everybody you saw was a clearing agent at that time. It was very
Sir.
funny. Obiari school. Oh, mini madam for beyond found clearing. Oh, mini madam for so almost everybody, and they were making a lot of money until Akufo-Addo came and tightened the loopholes, right? Because the connections no na discover. Tema Charlie Tema is not like before. First Tema jamming. Hey, that Tema boss one kasa. That Tema people they know. But see the clearing crane, they don't really. Those who are making the money are the big shots, the big guys, right? Those who have the certificates and once a while, those who have made the name. But now it's not like before. You know, Bebre, SHS dropouts, they work their way up and stuff. But now, because Akufo-Addo has formalized it, it's quite difficult now for some of them. So a lot of them dropped out from there. But people were making money. And then Friday, in Monte Carlo name. Those times Bacardis. Before Bacardis be good, yeah. We call na clearing agent phone call na home. It's serious. So freight forwarding, this is where high fragmentation is there. Now, when there's high fragmentation, what happens? It means that the customer gets a high bargaining power. Do you know that? Why? We talked about something, switching cost. When so many suppliers are there, what happens? I can
They
easily move
switch.
from one to the other. Oh,
Yes.
are you getting it? So what would distinguish you? Innovation, speed, relationships, tech. Do you understand? So look at what I'm bringing on board. So yes, I can easily switch to this person, but what will make, apart from money, what will make switching costs be difficult? If you know that, okay, there are so many people, but I can do it quickly for you. We have good relationship. I use better technology like tracking and other things. Who will you go for? You will go for me, right? So that's what changes. That now becomes a switching cost for that particular customer. Make sense? Make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we have things like custom clearance, compliance, the ICAM scale, speed. I get it. There's no clear leader here too. So think about the bargaining power. Then cargo handling and terminals. This is where the capital intensive is and regulated, right? So this is where MPS is the clear leader. I'll come and show you a model around that. Don't worry for now. For now, we are just having a whole idea so that you don't have to. It's like I've done all the reading for you so that you don't have to, but still go through it to make more sense, right? Now, transport of people. This is where we have what? Fares and comfort routes. Like we have what? The VIP June, that's premium metro mass transport, STC, and the rest. You know them, right? Then we have foliage of goods. That's for fleet reliability and specialization. John Moore International is the leader here, and Jospon is also what? Significant. All right. Some of these companies have mentioned their names. You can Google them just to have an idea about what they do because they are literally competitors, right? For now, take this as a real case that you've gotten. Google these companies. Check. Now, ICA wants to make it more realistic. Google them and see what they do and make some small notes. You see that your answers look more realistic. So, what is GIF and ICAMS? I mentioned GIF, ICAMS, and nobody said there to ask me, said, Prof, what is GIF? GIF is Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, right? The Professional Association for Freight Forwarders in Ghana. And ICAMS is the Integrated Customs Management System. And that's Ghana's what? Electronic single window system for processing custom documents and payments. So knowing how to use ICAMS well is now a competitive advantage in customs clearance. So be careful. Make her be careful as out here. Make her be careful as out here.
Sir, no, what did you say before? Be careful.
I said something. Knowing how to use ICAMS well is now a competitive advantage in custom clearance. So be careful. You understand when I say that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So SWOT analysis. See, if ICA gives you a SWOT analysis, then know that the end result is what we discussed a few days ago. The interpretation of the SWOT analysis. And you can analyze the SWOT analysis using models like the tools. You remember? That is where you tell us how that strength can be used to take advantage of opportunities, or you can use the what? SFA framework, right? That is what? Suitability, feasibility, acceptability. No be so?
Yes.
Or you can use blue sky thinking, or you can use gap analysis, or you can use scenario planning, or you can use strategic group analysis, or you can use benchmarking, or on the doors you interest. Anameboa. Okay, another thing is that they will still ask you to expand on the SWOT. Do you get it? So they've given you great geographical position, right? I mean, where they are on the Gulf of Guinea, serving both Ghana's own trade and transit trade through neighboring countries. Now, this is a strength that they have. Now, what opportunity exists for them to use this to take advantage of? So ICA, you go there, then they'll give you a nice table. I'll come and show you that table. It came in 2014 November. Okay, I'll come and show you that table. It was an oil and gas company. Something like that was given, and you had to prepare a tools matrix for it. It's in my old case study textbook. Wait, let me see. Let me show you. I don't know whether I have it here. My old version. Let me see if I can see it. Let me see if I can see it. Case study. Please, are we learning something? I know today I didn't teach you anything. We are just reading case, but I hope you pick some small things from it. I hope we pick something small from it.
Yes, sir. We are.
I'm coming. Somebody said, why didn't I analyze the case well? Na yensua hwee.
So when you see analysis,
Jose,
so when you see
Alex,
analysis,
look at me, Vante.
I'm saying it is very nice as overview of the case and the relevant areas.
I brought the case to class 5 level, and I made the call him so that you understand it very well. Jose, oh. Where they fetch me? So I want to show you the nature of the question that I was talking about, right? You say one diet me shares. I mean, look at the nature of this question. I didn't say it will come. I'm just saying. You see the way they gave you the mixture of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat for BB Herbal Center. Can you see that? Can you see that? On some people, their eyes are not good.
yes.
Those who are wearing glasses, they have advantage.
Hey, sir, please.
Now we'll all start wearing glasses. Those guys, they are sharp. Hey. Because they see everything in Zoom 2 times, 3 times Zoom, maybe 5 times Zoom.
Those days.
5 times Zoom. You know, grandfather glasses. So you see something here. I want you to note something, right? Always, you see, you must be a smart analyst. You see here too, they gave the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Can you see that?
Yes.
So let's just analyze, even though this one is not destiny. Let's look at it and let's relate. I just want you to see something. You see what they do. So they gave the government of Ghana has approved the use of medical medicines in hospital and clinic, right? And this one is a herbal center. So that one is it? What is it? It's not an opportunity.
It is an opportunity.
Okay. BB's medicines are well known for their efficacy.
Strength.
But look at this well. If my medicine is well known for efficiency and the government of Ghana has approved the use of herbal medicine, what is that? Can I use this strength to take over this opportunity?
Yes.
So this is what we are looking for, which we call what? Interpreting the SWOT.
Okay.
Do you understand? So you will see the various strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. Then you will use your strength to counter your weaknesses. Use your what? Your strength to take over opportunities. Make sure that your weaknesses do not become threats. Use your strength to what? Counter threats. Let's see what we can do here. Now, look, the Food and Drugs Authority has become more stringent on its regulatory activities. What is this? External. So it's a what? Threat.
It's a threat.
BB has good resource base for processing and packaging its medicine. What is that? Strength. The banks have relaxed the lending requirement. What is that? Opportunity. Because now I can go and borrow low. True or false?
Yes.
BB lacks capital for expansion. That is what?
Weakness.
So now that you lack the capital for expansion, you can make sure that this opportunity will now what? Reduce this weakness. Or what do you think?
Yeah.
Because now you can borrow, which will bridge this gap. You see how this thing works. So this example, I mean, it was better. The herbal medicine industry is very competitive. There's a threat, right? BB has high labor turnover due to relatively poor condition for employees. That is what?
Weakness.
So they are saying, using the above information, prepare a tools matrix and generate 4 alternative strategies for the consideration of the company's management. So after listing the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat, you now what? Bring alternative strategies. And that is the interpretation of this what I was talking about. Do you get it? Because ICA will never make it obvious to come and give you SWOT directly if they don't ask you to interpret it. Or come up with strategies from that SWOT. Or do blue sky thinking, gap analysis, scenario plan, or something. They never give obvious models. If you see 5 forces in a case, know that they are not going to ask you about 5 forces. If you see SWOT in a case, it's just a clue. Do you understand? All right. Now, strength opportunity strategy. Leverage the government approval of herbal medicine and increase the acceptance of the herbal medicines to further promote BB's product. Good strategy. Good strategy.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
asking the entire class, is it a good strategy?
Yes.
So you are using your strength to take advantage of opportunities. Another one, invest in marketing and education campaigns to create awareness and capture a larger market share. Good strategy.
Yes.
Okay, weakness or opportunity strategy. Address the lack of capital for expansion, right? By seeking loans from the banks. You remember, they said there was loan from banks. So you see, I linked them. Utilize the willingness of the banks to lend to invest in technology, right? And improve working conditions to reduce the labor turnover. You see how you weakness turn to opportunity, right? Strength to threat. Capitalize on the well-known efficacy of its medicine to compete effectively in the highly competitive herbal medicine industry. So you are using what? Your strength to now counter the threat. Focus on product quality, innovation, and customer loyalty to maintain what? Strong position. Weakness to threat strategy. Mitigate the impact of the high labor turnover by investing in employee training and improving working conditions, making sure that your weakness does not become a threat, right? Simultaneously address the threat of what? Increasing regulatory what activities by ensuring compliance with FDA what regulations. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Who's not sure? Oh, ask questions. Oh, what you to here and you never go so and bro you know I sort it. Oh, just to hear and you never go so. I'm listening. If you don't ask question, I'm not moving on. If you don't ask question, I'm not moving.
Prof,
Yes, please.
for this case we are seeing right now, focus show on the first point we said there was an opportunity there. But almost solution, what is strength?
Which one?
The first one go up where the question itself is.
Oh, I'm coming. Then maybe it's an oversight, me a mistake. Me and I'm Troy. Maybe I'm a penteme read book and I'm a mistake. So
Okay, we need to pass question.
I pass question by solutions, me I'm Troy.
Oh, okay.
Me, I don't like using ICA solution. If you have noticed that about me, who has noticed that about me?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yes, I use my own solutions, which are built on marking scheme, not suggested solutions. Maybe it's an oversight, but what you are saying is right. So we are going to do the same thing for our guy. What's his name?
Destiny.
Destiny. I wanna rule my destiny. You do the same thing for Destiny, right? So I need another question to unlock the next stage. See, I'm coupons na question. See, so question me no amba. Relevant questions. I will not move to the next one. Yes. Hey, Tidia ya bedru hano. Ubi any question. Mempong.
So say,
Yes, please.
Using the implementation areas, what sample model do you think, for example, going to the organizing? Because when I look at this case, my mind is on, let's say, Benson Soccer. I don't see anything close by. I'm trying to get Mainsberg also, or the 6 configurations.
Baby cry. Did you ever see that there was an apparent? Was there any apparent culture in the case?
Apparent culture?
No, sir.
No.
Conglomerates always have a culture problem. Expect culture web and types of culture. Too many stakeholders. Stakeholder analysis.
Physical resources.
McKinsey is smiling at you right in the case, but to be point who's a McKinsey down. Hey, I've exposed myself.
So McKinsey is coming, eh? So is it the hard or the soft?
They have just given it to you. You want to they're saying that it came from the horse's own mouth. Hey, I didn't say anything. No. Now, Yan Shadi. Shedana Shadi. Shedana Shadi. Okay. To make us say this a question, I will share that.
We want to narrow our studies now. So right now we don't have to.
I feel like narrowing. I feel I'm baby seeing there. Now it's not learning. No. Please don't say you saw something, or Shadia. Something like under the unseen, right? Then you go there, then instead of expecting SWOT, then they tell you a mix of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of Destiny Group and the Ghana's logistics industry are listed as follows. 1. Temaport Container Terminal is one of the best performing in West Africa and Central Africa. Opportunity, SWOT, where do we put it?
Temaport Container is one of the best performing.
Where do we put it? This one doesn't belong to only Destiny. It's outside. So what is it?
Opportunity.
Okay. The industry is highly fragmented in freight forwarding and haulage, with many operators competing mainly on price.
Threat.
Mm-hmm.
The African continental free trade area is reducing barriers to trade between African countries.
Opportunity.
It's reducing barriers so you can trade across. It's an opportunity.
Opportunity.
Destiny Group has an established ecosystem of warehouses, vehicles, and skilled personnel built up since 1999.
The strengths.
Prof, I have a question.
Yeah.
If he's reducing the barriers, so it can also be
across Africa. If it's reducing barriers,
people cannot enter.
No. It's a barriers of trade is what it's talking about here.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if it reduces the barriers, you can trade anywhere.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Not barriers to enter the industry, but barriers to trade outside your country.
Okay, thank you.
Opportunity. All right. Competing ports in Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, and Nigeria could attract traders away from Ghana. What is that? What is that? Please, let's speed up. Time is gone.
Attract traders away from.
It's an opportunity.
Competing ports could attract traders away from Ghana.
It's a threat.
It's a threat.
However, away from Ghana.
Okay.
Customs clearance processes remain complex, creating delays and demurrage risk.
Threat.
The Ghana Shippers Authority Act may duplicate existing custom-related regulation, creating confusion for businesses.
Threat.
Rising fuel costs and currency volatility are increasing the cost of imported spare parts and vehicle maintenance.
Threat.
Do you understand? So now, what's the requirement? ICA says what? Using the above information, interpret the SWOT analysis and generate 4 alternative strategies for the consideration of Destiny Group's management. 10 marks. Question 1B. Something like that can come under question 1B. And I hope you get the whole thing. So what are we suggesting? How can we use some of the strengths we have to take advantage of opportunities and all that, right? I won't show you the solution. I've done enough.
So the Shadi.
Hey, sorry, yen shada shade we yen share. Yen shada shade.
It's Bosro Kaka.
So see yen shada ni yen shanti yen shada ya share. So strength, Temaport ranked among the best performing container terminals. Okay, establish ecosystem of warehouses, vehicle and skilled personnel. Weaknesses: highly fragmented market with price-based competition, squeezing margins, exposure to rising fuel costs, currency volatility and maintenance costs. Opportunities, right? African continental free trade reducing barriers, strong growing position as West African transit and trade hub. Threats: competing regional ports, attracting traders away from Ghana, complex customs processes, causing delays or demurrage, compounded by the possible regulatory overlap, right? Alternative strategy: strength to opportunity, right? Leverage Temaport's strong performance and the established logistics ecosystem to position Destiny Group as the preferred end-to-end logistics partner. Makes sense. Expand regional corridor partnership into Burkina Faso, Mali, and Nigeria to capture the rising intra-African trade volume so that they do not drive people away from Ghana. Already you've captured those markets. Makes sense. Weakness to opportunity. Address the fragmentation and margin pressure by using Ghana's hub positioning to move from single service competition into bundled integrated logistics offerings like shipping, customs, warehousing, and haulage, as Destiny is already doing, right? Invest in fleet efficiency for hedging arrangement to offset rising costs, while scaling up to serve growing African continental free trade volumes, right? Then using strength to take over the threat, right? Capitalize on Temaport's competitive advantage. You get the whole idea. You understand? And use the established ecosystem to invest in faster, more reliable custom documentation processes, reducing exposure to demurrage and delay risk. The weakness does not become threat. Mitigate fragmentation and price-based competition by strengthening compliance and ICAN's proficiency to reduce demurrage exposure under complex custom processes. Engage proactively with regulators to clarify the scope of the Ghana Shippers Authority Act, reducing the risk of duplicated compliance costs while managing rising operating costs. Say I said that idea.
Yes. Why are they power?
So you see the thing. So people didn't see the thing. McKinsey 7S framework, KPIs and performance, balance scorecard, ANSOF's matrix, BCG, vertical and horizontal integration, corporate parenting, international market entry or strategic alliance, ratio analysis, gearing and capital structure, dividend policy, investment appraisal, working capital, OECD principles, Charles Handy's culture type, scenario planning, Mensbeck, EPRG, generic strategies. Yapon. Wow, what you not here? Wow, Anteno, Yapon. The rest of the case, go and read. I hope the analysis I did was worth it.
Say them again.
It was insight of the Holy Spirit.
So, sir,
Your mom would say, no, your mom
What
would say,
about that?
ask your friends.
sir,
Yeah, John, you were saying something.
the models you were mentioning.
Mm.
Can you frame questions? Let's say questions for us so that whilst we
It's
are reading the
not
code,
can you frame questions. Oh.
Questions and answers.
I have a full
No, I know
document.
that one is coming. As we are
I
reading,
have a full document with all the likely questions, answers, insight, weaknesses, examiner's comment, what the examiner has said over the time, why it is likely, why it is not likely, why you should focus, how the question can be asked specifically, what to do if you are not conversant with the model, and how to get your 50. That has been compressed into a comprehensive 3-hour course, which covers from question 1 through to question 5.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So when are we getting there?
You see, there's something we call delayed gratification.
Oh, sir. What's that? Who now can say? What's say? China.
Echane juana we hiti. Ajagum.
Oka jago na jana do
Aseshia. No edinesa.
Uhiti ade bi wa uhiti na abo na
Was a
atisuo.
munyina mure fisa se wunya bona bone yeda. Baba
Baba
bona
bona
bone jo.
boni jo.
Oh baba bona bone jo.
Oh
Na
no,
bo
no
se
say
bone yede.
bonede.
Prof,
Then
no say baba born and Jew. One can say he.
But Prof, this time there it's about to say the case symptom. Destiny.
This
They
is
will
about your
try.
destiny.
Our destiny is
Take your
secured.
destiny into your own hands.
Our destiny is secured.
So your destiny part there is secured, so you don't get problem.
I have my issue though.
Oh,